Hi, I'm Shandy Foster, and I'll be talking with you about designing creative and culturally relevant instruction through NVC. Thomasville Middle School in North Carolina is a Title I public school serving 544 students between the ages of 11 and 14 from 6th to 8th grade. Student demographics are 37.5% African American, 30.3% Hispanic, 20% Caucasian, and 12% other. The majority of students in the school were born and raised in the United States and share the same American culture. There are, however, many students from foreign countries. They all attend the same school that promotes a certain school culture. However, each class has different teachers with different teaching styles and cultural backgrounds themselves. The students' microcultures are different by the fact that there are different socioeconomic statuses, different races in the classrooms with various multicultural backgrounds and religious affiliations, different political views in their households, and various family unit types, such as single-parent homes, two-parent homes. Some have two mothers or two fathers, and some live in the local group home and are no longer under their parents' guardianship. Some students are learning English as their second language, and some students have special needs that require the use of an IEP. All of these factors impact the way students come to class each day and learn, and each student has various funds of knowledge that they share with the class each day. In adolescence, many students struggle with self-regulation and conflicts among peers. Many times these conflicts between peers in the classroom could be addressed with compassion and reasonable communication rather than punishment or resulting in behavioral issues on the student's part. I would like to introduce a nonviolent communications program in the school that both teachers and students use to work through emotions, resolve conflicts, and improve communication skills during collaborative class projects. Nonviolent communication has 4 principles, and I've listed these as the program's objectives. The first being differentiating between observation from evaluation. Differentiating feeling from thinking, being able to identify and express internal feeling states in a way that doesn't imply judgment, blame, or criticism. Identifying needs and values that aren't being met and our feelings connected to those needs and values. And lastly, requesting clearly and compassionately what we want without demanding it. This program will build on 21st century skills such as creativity, interpersonal communications, and collaboration, and will also cover the following cultural competencies: culturally relevant instructional experiences, student involvement in construction of knowledge, understanding students' cultural knowledge, and constructivist teaching strategies that promote student autonomy. This program can be implemented in the classroom through collaborative discussion about students' interests and differences, and promoting creativity through the use of expressive art, music, and poetry. This program also promotes building intrapersonal and interpersonal skills through reflection and compassionate speech, and critical thinking skills by changing our ways of thinking about real-world problems, as well as our approach to talking about issues. This program will also promote educators' creativity by requiring them to develop different lessons that incorporate students' various learning styles and require personal reflection and critical thought for the students while interlacing their cultural backgrounds and funds of knowledge into problem-solving activities. This program will maximize academic success through relevant instructional experiences that involve writing competencies, practice of language arts through reflective journal pieces or collaborative projects, utilizing creativity and technology to create expressive pieces through various media such as paint, sculpting, or computerized art and music. This program will be involving students in the construction of knowledge by allowing them the creative freedom to choose their presentation models through art, music, poetry, etc., and personal reflective contributions to project topics. Understanding students' cultural knowledge is very important, and this program will do that by allowing open discussions that focus on finding common ground among differing views of students in efforts to share critical thought and practice compassionate language in the face of respectful argument or debate. It will also use interactive and constructivist teaching strategies by promoting student autonomy and serving as a facilitator of learning and guiding students through critical thinking questions and other open-ended instruction techniques. These strategies not only promote independent learning and motivation, but also allow educators to gather examples of students' funds of knowledge that they can use to drive future instruction and make connections to the curriculum. This program will help students find their creative strengths by offering assignments that allow them to dabble in various modes of reflective expression. Students will have the freedom to choose how they will present their topic and build upon their strengths and interests, and will also be encouraged to step outside of their comfort zone to try different methods and technologies. Encouraging the expression of personal ideas and feelings is one of the main hallmarks of nonviolent communication, as this program works toward developing self-regulation, addressing internal biases, and addressing feelings through compassionate communication. The activities in this program will require students to think critically about their own feelings and judgments towards themselves and others in order to analyze and improve their communication skills. It will promote experiment and inquiry and a willingness to make mistakes by providing student-paired discussion prompts that they are to act out in order to practice principles of nonviolent communication, and include another student facilitator to point out when certain judgment language is used and discuss ways to change what was said so that it is reworded in a more compassionate light. This program will aid in the critical evaluation of ideas through group discussions about interdisciplinary real-world problems. Learning to debate issues in a respectful manner will help students to master collaboration skills and will serve as a clear path to the promotion of student creativity. When students can discuss issues without feeling judged, they are more likely to share their creative ideas with their peers and build upon those skills. Adolescence is a time of self-discovery, and it is filled with a broad range of emotions that can sometimes hinder the learning process, especially when students have not been equipped with the tools and strategies to deal with them properly. This program will not only provide teachers and students with the skills to control their own emotions and possibly decrease disruptive behavioral issues in the class, it can also be implemented in virtually every subject to promote creativity, communication, and collaboration, serving as an important stepping stone to building students' other 21st century skills and helping students become future successful leaders. Thank you for listening.